Ce que j'ai dans le ventre, ça vaut bien plus du caviar en bas du bloc. On est plus avare que bavard. Mes projets, c'est mon...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Tell him sit down. Be humble.
Everyone is in their seat and buckled in. Now as we go deeper into the season, we see some teams, Chris, really start to shuffle things around with injuries. And what's it like playing on a team that is dealing with a lot of players that are injured?
It's frustrating. You don't know how much confidence to have in your team. You don't know what to believe in, what not to believe in. Rehabilitation is one of the most frustrating parts of playing in the game because it's boring, it's monotonous. You just continue to do the same thing every day. You start to feel kind of disconnected from your team, and you kind of start feeling down and bad. And so that feeling can become contagious on a team with injuries because you really honestly know that there's nothing else you can do but wait to heal. And so that's really frustrating. So being on a team with a lot of players injured, it's just frustrating. The only thing you can do is to encourage those players that are getting playing time to use this time to improve their game so that when everyone does come back, hopefully some good will come out of it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Murray out there with Hield. And it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Davis. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now Harris. After the missed three from Marc Gasol, Olynyk has the open look. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Cavaliers on offense. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, the opponents ran some pretty good sets, too. I mean, let's be honest, creating some nice open looks.
Here's Murray. And no good that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Nice. He snuck a hand in there. That's the great anticipation he brings on the offensive glass.
Olynyk sets a screen for Curry. And the basket by Harris.
Whether it's inside or outside, Harris remains steady and ready to shoot the ball. He definitely has the trust of his teammates and coach.
And Buddy Hield, just one of those players who can hurt you on offense in so many ways, has the shot, but also is comfortable finishing in traffic and at the rim.
Look, when he's going, he can put up big numbers. Hield's ability to find points through different means is why he's a high upside scorer. Great all-around offensive game.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Now here is Harris. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. A clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
Gasol kicks to Hield. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
In my opinion, he's more of a combo guard than a true point. Curry showing Hall of Fame vision that time.
Murray dishes to Gasol. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Let's take a second now to view the top pickpockets in the NBA. Number 5 is Kelly Olynyk.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Oh, wide open look for Gasol. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense.
Now here is Harris. Shot from the top of the key. Curry with another miss.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 6.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Harris with it. Screen by Olynyk. 6 to shoot. Harris kicks to Prince. Off the pick. And the shot no good. A bit short. Gasol. Unable to get that one. And so it's the visiting team with their lead standing at... And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Cavaliers. Here's Curry against Golden State. He was really on his game. Prince out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Gary Harris. And it's Curry in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Olynyk against Gobert. 5 on the clock. Here's Harris. Good work there as it goes. Harris has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Heat.
That's what every team needs. Guys getting after it on the offensive board.
Gasol, a screen on Curry. Murray, the pass to Gasol. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Gasol's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Cavs.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big 3 era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Here's Prince, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Murray. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Gobert with a screen on Harris. Now here's Hield. He's tightly guarded. Jumper off the screen, and the shot is long. And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Davis sets a screen. Murray dishes to Hield. He kicks to Gobert. Now here's Murray, guarded by Prince. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. Oh, wow.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. This all setting the pick for Murray. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside Curry. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, look at that. Just a mere flick of the wrist. So calm and smooth. Steph Curry.
Here's Murray. It's hauled in by Harris.
He hasn't been able to sink anything, really. His team still leads, but it's unclear if he will find his game by the time this one ends.
Curry is inside. He's covered by Murray. Again, Curry missing. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Gasol kicks to Murray. Outside Gasol. From outside, off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Pass to Harris. Screen by Olynyk. Shoots from the baseline, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. And it's 7 points for Gary Harris.
Fantastic rhythm on that mid-range jump shot. You can't give him space from there.
He used that pick to get in close. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Ernie
Show.
Johnson here. Got Shaq. For the Cavaliers, Kenny, some perspective, please.
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances.
And that's all we can.
Welcome back. American Airlines Arena, visible on the far right of your screen in that overhead shot of downtown Miami. Heat shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Davis is out there with Gobert. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's Murray. And it's Gasol at the 3 spot. Dishes to Olynyk. Clock at 6. Screen by Olynyk. Here's Prince. He's off from 17 feet.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked him. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
1:53 left to play in the third. Three-pointer, Hield. Again, Hield missing. Miami trailing. Here's Harris. And he can't bank that one in. Well, one book that is out on Curry is that you can body him and knock him around off the ball. Chris, a lot of teams feel that if you can beat him up as he comes off a screen, he'll be far less productive. What do you think?
Well, whether it's true, not true, fair, or unfair, Curry's definitely getting banged around out there. If you watch him off the ball in some games, he gets grabs, push, pull, you name it.
And here is Prince. 6 points for him. Olynyk in the corner. For the tie, connects from three-point range. Olynyk's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
One of those guys who combines the body of a big man and the game of a guard. Olynyk can get it done on the perimeter.
Outside Gasol. Davis kicks to Gobert. Gobert the screen to the inside. And stolen by Prince. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Prince has got the ball. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Hield kicks to Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Funny, for so long, Brother Powell was thought to have the much better career, but Mark has made the gap between them all the more closer.
Gasol hits them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Here is Harris. He's got 7. Screen by Olynyk. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Harris kicks to Prince for 3. Off on that one. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Got to get to defending them.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Cavaliers on offense. We've got Gary Harris. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Harris. Then it's Curry. And it's Prince in its small forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Hield can't hit.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Prince misses. Cavaliers shooting not great, 40% for the game. Gasol with it. Guarded now by Prince. Gasol kicks to Murray. The feed to Gobert. Hield from outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Hield's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Cavs. Harris outside. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on his shots.
That free throw, no good. And with Tobias Harris, he's a player who bounced around more than you would think in the early part of his career. C-Webb, he was traded twice in his first 5 years in the league, which is odd given how he's been growing and developing as a player.
Well, yeah, trades aren't necessarily about the team not being happy with you. It's about finding the right spot. So he had the right work ethic, so you knew Harris was going to improve, and you also knew he was going to be around. Coaches love Harris's hard-working ability. So the future's bright for this kid.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
I mean, at some point, you got to think about subbing some of these guys out, getting them a little bit of a breather. They just can't keep up.
Unloads from 9. Again, the miss by Gasol. The Heat shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Shot by Prince. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Well, sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Harris inside the line. Offensive rebound. That one doesn't drop. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Screen by Olynyk. There's a good screen. It's Curry outside. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 8 points for Steph Curry.
Living for the big moment. His composure in the clutch is phenomenal.
And Gobert kicks to Hield. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. over Prince. A nice shot by Gasol.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Harris kicks to Olynyk. It's Prince on the wing. Screen by Olynyk. Off the screen. Goes back up. That one doesn't drop. Gobert with the defensive effort. Murray the pass to Gobert. Prince against Gasol. Over Prince. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Give the assist to the coach that play. He called it. That's great patience by the offense right there. They took their time, got him the ball right where he wanted.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
Hield gets to Gasol. Nails it.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
And the Heat call time here. They're down by 5. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out. And they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Evan is trying to keep him focused.
Thanks, David. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Everybody knows he's a talented guard. He's a deadly scorer. He can get hot in a hurry.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Now that's killer instinct at the line, helping them pull away a little.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 7. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here in the fourth quarter. And here are the Cavaliers. They've got an 8-0 run. Waiters against Johnson. Waiters outside. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem...
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Curry with 24 and 9. Prince with 24 and 9. Gary with 21 and 9. Harris with 9 and 18. Olynyk with 9. Bad shooting night for them overall. Gasol with 57, 24 and 27 from Gobert. Hield with 21 and 9. Murray with 6 and 9. Ed Davis with that Kevin Love stat line. Oh yeah. Yeah, hard team to score against when you got 3 centers. Surprisingly, though, the 6 and 6 offensive rebound is kind of awkward to look at, considering you got 3 centers, essentially a power forward, 2 power forwards, a small forward getting boards. But yeah, they pounded the paint.